Which individuals have asthma? A. Jackie Joyner Kersee. B. Stephen King. C. Serena Williams. Or D. Charles Dickens. The answer is A. Jackie Joyner Kersee and D. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens was born in 1812 and died in 1870, the English author extraordinaire. Remains among the most popular Victorian-era novelists. Often written in sterilized form, his novels are known for cliffhanger scenes, powerful characters, and themes of social reform. A Tale of Two Cities, Great Expectations, and Oliver Twist are three of his most famous works. Those novels show up frequently on school reading lists throughout the country and throughout the world. In fact, Dickens' work has remained so popular that it has never gone out of print. Dickens' childhood spanned the gamut of both privilege and poverty. These childhood experiences, plus his photographic memory, lend poignant credence to many of the scenes in his novels and short stories. Dickens' writing career began when he worked as a junior clerk in a law office. He later began to work as a freelance political reporter. His first novel, The Pickwick Papers, was directly influenced by his exposure to the political world and was published in 1836.
Our four-time Olympian and three-time gold medalist was diagnosed with asthma as a freshman in UCLA. She was playing basketball and running track at the time and couldn't catch her breath after strenuous workouts. Afraid of losing her scholarship, Joyner Kersee would duck into the bathroom to hide her condition from her coaches and teammates. Even after a doctor diagnosed her with asthma, Joyner Kersee didn't take her medication constantly. As a result, she suffered a life-threatening asthma attack years later. I finally learned I had to respect asthma as much as I would an opponent, Joyner Kersee told Sports Illustrated for Women in 2000, named her the top female athlete of all time. Having asthma doesn't mean you have to miss out on the activities you love. In fact, you might be surprised to know many world-class athletes have asthma. To perform at the highest level, these athletes refuse to let their asthma slow them down. Despite the odds against them, athletes who get the care they need can manage their symptoms to the point where they can reach the highest form of competition. Asthma is a chronic condition involving a respiratory system in which the airway occasionally constricts, becomes inflamed, and is lined with excessive amounts of mucus, often in response to one or more triggers. In some individuals, asthma is characterized by chronic respiratory impairment. In other people, asthma is an impairment illness marked by episodic symptoms that may result from a number of triggering events, including upper respiratory infections, stress, airborne allergens, air pollutants such as smoke or traffic fumes, or exercise. Asthma is caused by a complex reaction of genetic and environmental factors that researchers do not fully understand yet. These factors can also influence how severe a person's asthma is and how well they respond to medication. In children, the most common triggers are viral illnesses such as those that cause a common cold. This airway narrowing causes symptoms such as wheezing, shortness of the breath, chest tightness, and coughing. If you see a classmate struggling to breathe, tell a teacher or an adult immediately.